First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Luan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
That's not even close.
Man, I'm a dumbass.
I'm clipping that.
Georgia's second.
Hey, Georgia also had Herschel Walker.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude, those graphics.
Rip, so smart.
Episode 208. Got Preacher Man, Devontae. Man, Fitz is he's microwaves coming out. Jake Golick, he's ready to pop it.
Ready.
Look at that triple threat, boy. They don't know about that no more.
Nah, fundamentals, baby. They don't know about it.
They don't know about it.
Pass, shoot, dribble, triple threat. Man, we got a good episode 208. We got a lot of NFL talk. We got disgruntled wide receivers. We got Netflix receiver show. I haven't seen it. I need to get on it, but heard it's fucking phenomenal. Have you guys seen it?
Just
like clips.
Yeah, clips and quotes, pretty much.
I like it. I've heard a lot. St. Brown has came out like. I think we all like St. Brown. Maybe not Fitz because he plays for Lions, but I feel like everybody was like, "Yo, he's a dog," and I think this just showed the rest of the world like this guy's pretty damn good. George Kittle's on one every day. Not surprised. Yeah, good clips, man. I'm excited for it. We do have some sad news, though. We do got a RIP to two great guys. First off, we'll go with Mr. Joe Jellybean Bryant. Kobe Bryant's father passed away. I think, heart conditions?
I think so. He was like 60. Let's say like
I'd be
68, maybe
70.
70?
70.
Oh. Yeah, 70. So I think so.
P's and T's to the Bryant family, but I also look at it this way that he gets reunited with his son and granddaughter, and I guess in that way it's kind of special. He gets reunited with them, but man, tragedy. Devontae, you had some other Kobe Bryant family news, right?
Yeah. So like right now, the Mamba continues. So not only, I guess like the Mamba Institute is still going to an extent. I'm not exactly sure like to what, but also if you guys remember Kobe, like before he passed, he had just had a baby. Him and Vanessa just had a baby. That baby is now training with the GOAT, Candace Parker, already. So like that baby is now walking and can shoot a basketball. So that's how fast time is going by, like since his passing. Like she might be what, maybe 3 or 4, and already she's in the lab.
With Candace Parker.
That doesn't motivate you to get back in the lab. I don't know what will.
Dude, what a prodigy. Obviously being Kobe Bryant's blood, but then you got Candace Parker training you. Man, that's awesome. And then the other sad news is we lost probably one of the most electric kick returns we've ever seen in the Super Bowl. Jacoby Jones, RIP. Ravens player, obviously. I don't pull for the Ravens. Can't because of division, but man, was he electric. Kicking the ball off. He had a historical Super Bowl return, I think 90, 94 yards, 96 yards back to the house. Like, phenomenal. RIP, gone too soon.
And before he passed, I think he was the wide receiver coach for Alabama State. So, like, he was still in the game. Along with Chris Johnson, one of the people that made the Chopper City Juke very popular, but his were way more creative. I got to give him that. I saw there was a clip of him, like he used to play, I think he got drafted by the Texans or something, but he started out with the Texans, and then somehow the Texans were about to make the playoffs. They couldn't make the playoffs because he fumbled a kick, and I guess it was just downhill from there. And so, like, the whole city of Houston blamed everything on him. And so they ended up losing to the Ravens. And I guess the Ravens saw something good in him, and look how well that turned out for them. So,
yeah, dude.
Electric player, underrated kickoff returner, overall good guy. So,
yeah, cause of death, no one knows. He just died at his home.
Yeah.
And, we don't want to speculate. But, like, natural causes, CT, like, who knows, man? I just hate that. But, hit the nail on the head, Devontae. Fitz, any memories from Jacoby here?
I don't know. Just that. I mean, that whole playoff run. Obviously the Denver Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
The catch over the safety or whatever. Just that whole run. Jacoby was definitely like a piece of that team, like one of the key pieces in that run.
Yeah.
And seems like a good guy. Again, small college Division II guy.
Lane College.
Lane.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Why
that's
I think
just
went to the U. I don't know why I thought that.
He does seem like the U built, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole Ravens team feels like it was the U.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a really great segue, boys. We got 3 college teams here as we get ready, ramped up for college football kickoff here. We're going to start with the U. Here's our schedule. We're going to predict it. Start Saturday, Jacksonville, Florida against the Gators. Then they're home against the Rattlers. They're home against Ball State. They go to South Florida, not too far away from them, to UCF. Then they get Virginia Tech at home. Cal away. They got to go coast to coast. Louisville away. Florida State at home. That'd be a good one. Duke at home. They go to Atlanta for Georgia Tech. Back at home for Wake Forest for senior day. And they travel to the Carrier Dome against Syracuse for their senior day.
Tyler. Oh, wait, never mind. He's with Wisconsin. My fault. Never mind.
Yeah,
I still hate him. Even though he's gone, I hate him still.
Now, let me figure out some key players for you in case you didn't know.
They got Chris Johnson Jr.
Chris Johnson Jr.
No relation.
Corey Brown's going to be all right.
Not as fast, but still fast.
Yeah.
Cam Ward.
That's right.
There is a couple of wide, they keep some like super fast wide receivers and DBs. I want to say they brought in a good D lineman, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, Cam Ward for sure, and Chris Johnson. I don't even know if Chris Johnson starts.
That'd be a good question. I don't know. I know they got Martinez at running back, who's phenomenal. Speedy guy. Xavier Resprero, which I think you said.
Yeah.
Bain Jr. on the D line. Yeah, they got some guys. They got some hogs. All right, what do we predict?
All right, let's go through one.
Florida away in the swamp.
I mean, I think they lose that opener.
I think so too.
I'm trying to find their record, like in the past, like what the last 4 years have looked like. Because I feel like they really haven't. Like, did they get in trouble for like tampering, like recruitment and stuff, and
they
they've
got
been on the
accused of it.
downfall?
They got accused of it, but they
They always get accused of it. Like we look through history, like it's always something, but nothing really.
I just feel like they were good, and then they got accused, and then it's like nothing's happened.
Right.
I got.
Like they're always just like 7-5.
All right, Devontae, what you got?
Y'all go. I'm gonna start some mess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 8-4.
8-4. Who's the 4 losses? What do you think?
4 losses. All right, hold on. 1, 2. Florida State.
Okay.
Duke.
Oh.
Georgia Tech and Syracuse.
All 4 coming from the ACC. Man.
Yep. I'm feeling like out of all those, for real, I'm feeling that Georgia Tech lost the most.
I don't mind that. It's in Atlanta.
The past few years, like, they get on a run. I don't know if they start off hot that much. And I feel like, if anything, they're in a pretty good place to at least be competitive with Florida or with UF. So I don't see why not. But that ACC matchup, like, I think Cal, okay, actually, Virginia Tech might give them problems, whatever. Louisville is probably going to be close. So because of that, you hit Florida State, they'll probably be rolling.
Yeah.
You hit Duke. It's different, but at the same time, it's ACC, so you never know what happens.
Right.
But at Georgia Tech, Haynes King in the game, I don't know, man.
Man,
they might let him in for a couple games, and we see that the U is known for doing some crazy shit at the end of the game. So that could be the telltale. And for Syracuse, again, pretty much same thing as Georgia Tech. Like they just come in with surprises.
Yo, if they
I
drop
wouldn't
3
put
in
it
a
past-
row to ACC opponents, and then they drop 4 out of 5 that last 5 weeks,
I can see
Cristobal's gone. There's no way he keeps his job.
That,
Oh,
that might
See,
be,
I was trying to predict which week do they fire their coach?
yeah, yeah. If they do that, it's not
Like
that
which
week.
matchup?
Yeah.
I think by the Florida State game, I think their coach is done.
Damn, I think that's a must-win for him.
that
all
for,
right.
you don't. Which one did you said? Which one's the most?
I think by Florida State,
Florida State.
Yeah.
looking at like 3 losses or 4.
Wow.
Because I think they're losing the opener. I think USF gives them a scare.
Yeah.
Could probably beat them. Virginia Tech probably beats them.
Man.
And I think they lose. I just think they're. I don't know. I'm not sold on
Yeah.
Miami.
My boy
Miami's supposed
Jordan
to be back this week.
He said he thinks they dropped the Cal matchup, and then that leads into Florida State. So it seems like either
Like
way,
if they have 3 losses going
yeah.
to Florida State, and then they lose to Florida State, he's gone before they
either
play
way,
Duke.
Florida State is not
But
promised.
that's where to watch.
Right.
That is that like home or away? Is Orange home or away?
Orange is home. So they get Florida State at home. They don't have to go to Tallahassee.
Gee. Yeah, bro. I don't know.
Dude, that's wild.
They set up the schedule though, so
I say they drop Florida. They go on a streak here. They get to that
Mhm.
Florida State game. I think that's make or break for Cristobal.
Who the hell is who's the September 7th team? Who is that?
It's Florida A&M, the Rattlers. FAMU. HBCU.
Oh, that's an upset. That's an upset rating. Happen.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Fitz, I said the same thing. Like, what if Ocho Cinco really went there and made a difference? 'Cause,
Yeah, he's like the player personnel guy, right?
yeah, consultant.
Consultant, that's right. All right. So going from one former powerhouse to another former powerhouse, Nebraska. They get UTEP at home, Colorado at home, Northern Iowa, Illinois at home. So 4 games at home. Then they travel to Purdue. They get Rutgers back at home, Indiana, Ohio State on the road, UCLA home. They travel out to Southern California, Hollywood for USC. Then they get Wisconsin, and then they're at Iowa. This is a tough schedule.
Yeah. It's sad because they said they could go undefeated on this tough schedule. And like historically, they would still not get to be 500.
Yeah, we're looking
That's
at
kind
Google
of sad
Compton.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing what they were at one point and then like what they were trying to be and at least the players that they had and to like not even be historically 500 is kind of crazy.
And the past 2-3 years, they have been a team that's like right on the verge of going like 9-3, and then obviously 3-9. Like they're the world's best worst team. Like it's always one possession games. They haven't got it clicked. Matt Rule, he's coming in, or he's been there for a year. Like I like him. I like him at college. Obviously, they didn't work on the pros. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call my shot. They start the season off 8-0. They go to Ohio State. They lose 8-1. They get UCLA at home. They get a bounce back 9-1. They lose to USC 9-2. Wisconsin 9-3. They lose to Iowa 9-4. It's the best season Nebraska's had in a while, but I think they're 9-4 at the end of the game.
Those last 2 games are going to be the most defensive games ever on TV.
9-7.
Oh, ew.
That's a tough. November's a tough month for them.
Yeah, you got to go coast to coast.
I mean, once you get to Ohio State, it's going to be it's just a dud run.
Yeah.
But it would be funny to see them be like undefeated. You know, oh, Nebraska's unbeaten. They're in the top whatever. And then they've just got a slugfest for the last.
Yeah, they creep up to top 10, lose to Ohio State. They dropped like 13, 14, maybe 15. They UCLA, they stay. They lose to USC, they drop to 19.
Then they're 7-5 and they're in the Pinstripe Bowl. Or
exactly.
Whatever they get.
All right, what do you guys say?
I can't, first of all, I can't decide if I like this schedule, like just the graphic
plain,
of it.
Yeah,
it's like it seems like is this the 80s? Like what is this? But I kind of like it. It's kind of clean.
Yeah.
Like when I looked up some of their other schedules, they're not much like the more modern ones. I kind of like this one. which is on what website is this? Cornnation.com. So
That's a wild name.
So shout out Corn Nation. I think they beat the fighting Deion Sanders. I think I really do think I think that Nebraska, I'm gonna call it. I think they're unbeaten like through October. And everyone's like, what the hell is this team? Like, this is the ugliest 7-0 team. And then they probably just like they just lose out the rest of the year. It's just one of those years.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction. 7-5. They win the first 7, they lose the last 5.
Man,
and they fire their coach. They fire their coach by the Wisconsin game.
Man, short leash. Coach Fitz put him on a short leash here.
Oh, they're on a short leash. That's the insanity of college football.
It is.
You lose 3 games.
Any sports.
Getting fired. You're on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Shit.
What's the 24
about? What's that about?
Which one?
You see the 24 imprint, and then it's a 24 at the bottom. What's that?
Think about this. Hold on, Fitz. Don't give it.
Don't give it away.
Give it away.
I don't know what that's for. What the hell? 2024.
2024, the year 24.
That's really.
Damn. I thought it'd
been
24 years since like they touched the playoff or some shit. All right.
Corn Nation.
Yeah, I like it.
Where does Corn Nation come from? I've never heard.
The Corn Huskers.
Yeah, I know, but where does that?
It's like Red Kingdom or whatever they call that shit.
Corn Nation. Who gets credit for that?
I'm looking at 6-6.
Mm.
I think they lose that opener to UTEP. I too think that they beat Colorado, and then I think I said they win. They win against Northern Iowa, and then lose against Illinois, and then lose to Purdue, bounce back against Rutgers, win against Indiana, lose to Ohio State. So I flipped yours, Hacky. I said they would lose to UCLA, and I said they would beat USC.
Okay.
On some like weird, like Happy Thanksgiving almost. I think Wisconsin and Iowa, those are like dubs, so that's how they end their season on losses.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know of any difference makers for Nebraska outside of Matt Rule? Do people even go to Nebraska still?
I mean, you've got the number 1 rated quarterback there.
Why
am I going blank?
All right. While you did that, I did a deep dive on this. So there's a reason this looks like it's 80s.
Dylan Raiola.
The creator of Corn Nation is this guy, John Johnston, University of Nebraska alum, 1987. Nebraska native from Curtis, Nebraska. Other than the NFL, I don't really follow pro sports. There's too much about contracts and selling player personalities and not enough about the sport in professional sports, and I get bored with that very quickly. I have about 20 years of publishing print media experience with 18 in the computer industry. 2011 will be the 6th season for Corn Nation. That was written in 2008. He's still going strong.
Hell yeah.
So shout out John Johnson, Corn Nation. Clean graphic. I assume that's him.
I think that is him.
That he produced that.
We're going to have to find him. Maybe we'll get him on.
We should just have him. Can we invite him on the...
I'm game. We'll talk Nebraska football all next week.
Talk about graphics.
Get him triggered with NIL. What do you think of NIL?
Yeah. Dog! I like it. All right. And then one last historical good program here.
Oh, wait. Before you go.
Sorry.
McGahee the Fourth is on Nebraska's roster. I just looked it up.
Dude.
Willis McGahee the Fourth. He's a Jack. 6'1", 230 from Miami, Florida. How crazy is that?
Man, you know, Dad's like, I went to the U. What the fuck you going to Nebraska for? It's the complete opposite.
The mountains and cold. Sometimes the mountains call us, Not me, but some other people.
They call me. Yep. All right. Bama. They start off with Western Kentucky. Then University of South Florida. Then they go to Wisconsin, jump around. They get Georgia. Then they're at Vandy, South Carolina, at Tennessee, Neyland Stadium, 100,000 of your best friends there. Then they get Missouri at home, at Death Valley. Then it's Mercer College, at Oklahoma, and then Auburn for the Iron Bowl.
This is nasty. They strategically set the schedule up.
First year head coach.
This is nasty. They're setting, what's his name? Kalen
DeBoer.
Yeah, him. They set him up pretty well this season.
Yeah.
In my eyes, at least. I mean, maybe they'll surprise me or something, but
I'm circling September 14th. I'm circling that Wisconsin game. If I'm a Bama fan, that could get a little dicey. At least it's in September if I can talk, not in the colder months. But man, I'm circling that. Obviously, Georgia, that one's being circled, right? South Carolina's not going to give me Tennessee. That's a tough one. Go to LSU, Death Valley. That's tough. I'm not really worried about Oklahoma, Auburn, Mercer. It is what it is. I'm going to call my shot. I think they got 3 losses before November. I think Wisconsin, Tennessee, and I can see them fumbling the bag against South Carolina. Going to Death Valley, maybe 4 losses.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to honestly say Georgia and Missouri for 2 losses.
Yeah.
I'm actually more so worried about that Missouri game because I think last year? Last year, for some reason, Missouri looked really good. They still got Luther Burton still. They lost their running backs, Cody Schrader, and I think it was another guy. But like with them having such a good season, I would imagine they had like some pretty good transfers at the least. So I don't know. Your boy Drink might sneak in another one.
We talked about with Max Brown last week that they could win. They could win the SEC.
Missouri?
Yeah. Fitz, you're thinking. You're in deep thought over there.
You know, I don't really dabble in much college football, but I know the coach who's now at Bama. I don't know how to say his name. Kalen DeBoer, the Washington coach.
Yep.
Did know about him. He won 3 championships at Sioux Falls. From 2005 to 2009. So I guess that's one of those like, Division II thing. But
how did you know that?
I just looked it up.
Oh,
what if Fitz had this?
But I knew he was at Washington, and I know they've been successful. And then I was doing a deep dive because I was trying to figure out if there was a Saban connection, like if he had worked under him.
Right.
But it's really just a new hire, which is kind of refreshing. I think that's nice and he has that successful culture too. So he's going to bring this, what he's been doing at Washington over here to Bama. I think it could work. And I think that's what I'm pondering obviously Georgia is going to be tough, but I don't know. I think that could be the story is Georgia's highly favored over Bama. Bama shows they can hang and they beat them. I think Bama, I'm debating if they're going to have 1 loss or no losses going into the Iron Bowl. And I think they lose the Iron Bowl this year.
So you think they might run the table but lose to Auburn?
I think they could be undefeated and then Auburn spoils them, but they still get to the SEC championship and they can still get their bid. But I think Auburn's just like, no, we're not letting you. You're not winning your first Iron Bowl, Coach.
Man,
just one of those.
You and me are on complete opposites here, but I expect it. Like that makes sense. Like I see where you're going with it. I look at Neyland Stadium, I look at Tennessee, that's tough. I look at LSU, Death Valley, Missouri, Wisconsin. This is a tough schedule for first year coach. This ain't no Sioux Falls up here. This is Bama. It's Tuscaloosa, son.
Also, very clean schedule as far as the graphic. I like that.
I just noticed behind it.
It's not too. It's pretty good. I like it. It's hard to see the home and away, which is a big deal. I feel like when you want to schedule, you want that to be pretty crisp and clean, like where the home game is. But other than that, I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just sits on your fridge, nice there.
Don't hate that. Fits out of the 3 schedules we've seen so far. Which one are you?
I'm fucking with John Johnson or whatever that guy. the Nebraska. I was hating on it, and I kind of liked it. It was a little bit of a throwback.
Did I put all 3 up here?
Like, Miami's what you expect. Like
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna find pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
That Nebraska one's nice. I actually like it, and I was hating on it, and I regret that.
What's the guy's name?
Is it John Johnson?
John Johnson. You son of a bitch.
Corn
You did
Nation.
it. You
Who's
did
Corn
it.
Nation?
We're corned
Looks
up.
like a wedding invite.
It kind of does, doesn't it? we request your presence at Lincoln.
Bro,
Field.
I feel stupid because it says at the top 2024 schedule. I didn't even realize that.
He coined the term Corn Nation, which is just amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah. He kind of looks like, and if you look him up, he kind of looks like Willie Nelson.
He's got the long hair.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, I'm kind of liking this guy.
All right, we're gonna get him on, Fitz. That's gonna be your mission. I'm gonna assign that to your ball.
Oh, man, I'm so bad at doing that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I really saw your schedule, and I was blown away.
Jordan Jensen says Nebraska looks like a mailer that hasn't been printed yet. I like that. That's a good take, Jordan.
My boy.
I like that.
I told him to join us in live. He was texting me stuff.
Shout out to the boy. All right. College football 25. Let's get hyped for it.
Tryna hide from the camera. I ain't going outside today. Couldn't find our tech. So I'm drinking on egg today. I'ma put up in style. We gon' do a drive-by in the rain. I'ma take it to trial. Pray the Lord I beat the case. That man and I don't do no talk. So get the out of my face. Gotta take in a chopper with $100,000 up in the race. You know I ain't sleeping. You know that I'm with it. I shoot him right up in his face. 3 say that I'm tripping. You know that I'm dripping. I'm wrapped this around today. I just bought a brand new watch from God. I ain't put it on yet. I don't care about no. I ain't giving a shit. Spend it all on my homies. I could put on my son from my car to my house. Everything I own it. When they come to that money, you know I ain't staying. I be on it. I just got a pet monkey. Can't start on a tiger, but really don't want it. My son don't like. He say that we beefing. You know I won't fight him. My clip full of thunder. You know that I strike. Wanna join NBA? Go catch you a body. Free Kevin Gates is murder for hire. Double G gang on the front of my title. I rid of my Glock and I bought me a rifle.
It lives up to the hype.
That made me sad. Like, we missed out on so much up until now. Like, it kind of made me sad.
It does. Lamar, Johnny Football,
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Stop right at Johnny Manziel.
Baker. I know.
It's
Man.
like when some classes did the time capsule when they were like in 4th grade. Like, we're gonna open it when we're 18 and we're seniors. It's like you missed what, 10 years?
Yeah,
Damn, yeah. Oh, shoot.
that's exactly it. It's 10.
We did a time capsule, and like we were supposed to put all our can'ts in there. I thought that was pretty dope.
Oh.
I said I can't cook, and now I can cook. So
Shout out to the boy.
it's worth it, man. Just do that with your children.
Sure. I like it. Have you guys got a chance to play it?
No.
No, because I didn't do the I didn't want to do the pre-order.
It's fucking hard.
I can be patient.
I could not. It's the passing is tough as shit. I enjoy it. It's been a really good game. It's cool, like obviously playing as app and stuff, but the passing is hard as shit. It's kicking my ass right now.
Also, like, is it you actually have to think about where you passing now?
Well, yeah, you gotta think, and then like there's a power meter, and then you can like position the ball exactly. And if you don't do it exactly right, it either fucking sails on you or you throw it right to the dirt. It's you can slide protection. If you don't, like, if they're bringing a blitz, you don't hit your right protection, you're getting fucking clobbered. It's tough. I do enjoy it. It's good for a football mind. Like, I'm having to actually think like, oh, I need a slide protection right here where, you know, I got X dig post I've got to come back on. It's tough, but I do enjoy it. It's actually a really dope ass game.
See, this is where I'm like, now my expectations are I just feel like for some reason those football games, they peak with like Madden 08. I feel like 2008, like the movement just it moved really. I feel like it moved real, and now it just feels video gamey. Like it just feels like it doesn't feel like smooth.
Fitz, I think you're gonna like it. It plays smooth. There's a learning curve to it, and I'm still like I thought I'd be going walk in here and dominate, and like I think I'm sitting like at 2-4 right now on online to the head. I'm like fuck me,
Man.
Yeah, there's a learning curve to it, but my road to glory, it's exactly the same. Yellow Swagtron's gonna have a fucking day.
YOLO Swagtron.
Yeah.
Is there a transfer portal?
There is.
But you got temptation stuff. You got people asking you questions that apparently based on some of the clips, you get like actual realistic messages to your phone now. And like how you respond, like you have like 4 or 5 different responses, and how you respond is like.
Man, I ain't worried about that. YOLO Swagtron does what YOLO Swagtron wants.
Dude, so I just got through like week 8 of my career mode. I'm a backup to Joey Aguilar. Shout out to the boy on App State.
Real.
And it's like all my texts are like, hey, you want to come to this party? You want to ditch your lab? I'm like, no, I'm going to sit and study. I fucking failed my midterm. So now I'm at the point like, you know what? I'm going to the party anyway, because if I'm going to fail, I might as well have fun fail.
See, that's real college right there. Like, that is real college.
It is.
That's crazy. So, like, wow, they even put the college aspect into it back. Like, wow. Wait,
they had that in an older. It might have been like 06. I can't remember which year it was. Yeah, they had that like response thing, and I remember they actually had App State in that game, and so I was App State, and my star running back. Well, I was just like ruthless with all of them. I was like, they're gonna party, whatever. But he got benched before the championship against Bama.
Damn.
Like they're like, sorry, your running back, he's suspended. And he was the best player.
Fitz was having his own Blue Mountain State up there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, we lost to Bama by a field goal.
Yeah, I will tell you that there's fucking pop quizzes by your OC, and you got to know your shit. It was like, all right, we got doubles right X, 7 jet. What's your tight end have? And I was like, what the fuck?
See, that's why I play quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback. Until like I had to like I sit there, I drew up the play on my whiteboard in my garage, and I was like. Okay, he's got the dig. Yeah. It was fucking tough.
See, that's why I'm a receiver. I said, hey, throw me the damn ball.
I might be a tight end messing with it.
Dude, I can't wait for you guys to get the game. We'll hop on. Maybe we'll start like a pub online dynasty or something. But man, Fitz is one of Twitch. We'll get him streaming. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to get it. All right, let's move on. A little footy action here. Euros, Copa has kicked off. It's wrapped up, I should say. The 2 favorites leading in these tournaments have won it. If you took it from day one, you look at the odds, you look at everyone's favorite. Argentina was supposed to win. They handled business. Spain was supposed to win the Euros. They handled business. At the end of the day, the 2 champs have it. Now, who they face, maybe those are kind of the dogs. England coming out from Euros, lost 2-1, controversial loss to Spain. People weren't picking them to make finals. And then Colombia making the finals of Copa against Argentina. No one was expecting that. Hard Rock Cafe Stadium was definitely not expecting. I don't know if you guys saw the damage.
Man, it was bad, bro.
Colombia fans just rushed the stadium. Destroyed it.
That's crazy.
They were sneaking through. Did you guys see they were sneaking through like vents outside the stadium?
Yeah.
Wild time. Colombian fans are fucking crazy. I love it. But shout out, Argentina did it without Messi. Messi was injured. He's dealing with a hamstring leg injury. Spain did it with a super young talent. I think they have 2 of their starters under 18. I think 17 and 16. Like phenomenal. Spain is here for the World Cup, and they might give Argentina a run for their money. Did you guys watch a little footy action?
I watched the Euro.
Yeah,
I watched the Euro final. I didn't see the Copa.
I watched because the Copa they kept pushing it back. I was like, I'm old, so I can't really do too much. I'll just catch the highlights the next day. But I did watch the Spain. You said Spain and England, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spain and England. I did watch that, and it was interesting because I kept seeing like all these memes and all these tweets and TikToks talking about, oh, we're gonna bring it back home. And I kept thinking, like, I don't know much about soccer, but from what I've been seeing, I don't think it's coming back home for real. I was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something I did want to ask. So, like, you were talking about them going through literally everywhere they could in Hard Rock Cafe, which I'm not even sure, like, what the security situation was or how they even did it. But like, what is there a sporting event or something in general that will have you crawling through air vents just to get to the field?
That's a good question, dude. If Cincinnati ever made another Super Bowl and it was like close enough for I could drive, not really spend money, I'm fucking getting in there. You know,
Boy,
that's
I'm
my
ready
pick.
for it.
The mine. If NC State, if they did right and they ever put them in the CFB, easily.
Yeah.
We're leading the charge. Like Wolfpack just leading through. We're breaking the air vents. Like HVAC is going to just have to be pissed at us.
Yeah, I think, but like we can say that and we can like jokingly say that. I think at the end of the day, we probably like, I don't know if we'll do it.
No, there's no way.
Right.
I was like, I don't think there is an event that I am like. That's
like
crazy.
Soccer fans are fucking crazy.
Yeah, like they're really willing to die about that. Like they could have died. Like, it could have been a riot or something, which it probably was because they left that place in shambles. So I'm pretty sure somebody got swung on. But like soccer fans are willing to die about these teams, man. Like, I don't think I have that much dedication for anything for real at this point in my life.
No, dude. And like they're like 40, 50-year-old people running from the cops getting through here. Dude, it's wild. Man, yeah. All right. MLB All-Star Week has kicked off. Before we hop into it, I just want to say, I think MLB All-Star Week is the biggest shaft in sports. Like, you play up until like Saturday or Sunday. You get 2 days of All-Star, maybe 3 days, and then you're back in action. You don't get a full week like the NBA. It's not like the Pro Bowl where you get a full week like the NFL. Like, I feel like this is a shaft for these players. Now, obviously, Home Run Derby, if you win it, that's dope as shit. You win the All-Star game, you get to be an All-Star. Like, that's cool, but I think at a certain point you're like, yo, I'm tired. I need these. I only get 2 days off. I need these 2 days off. Like, it's a short All-Star week.
Yeah, I think it's something's going on now. The
All-Star game.
Something's on. Oh, the actual game is on right now? Damn. I'm watching Summer League. Also, Justin Jefferson is on the bench with Minnesota. So that was cool. But I don't know. Like Home Run Derby and all that stuff.
So Teoscar Hernandez won it last night.
Damn.
He's the first Dodgers player in I think 30 something years. No, he's the first Dodgers player ever to win it. I apologize. Yeah.
It wasn't even Ohtani, and they broke the bank for bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't him.
Gunnar Henderson, the rookie from Baltimore, he had a good showing. He just couldn't get past the first round. But, I mean, I think he hit 12, 13 bombs out there, which is pretty dope. Shout out to Devin's O's out there. But I watched Hernandez first round. I said, yeah, if he doesn't win it, he fucked up his mechanics because he was just like, I think he hit like 12 in a row. And I was like, yeah, this guy's just fucking money.
You think he gets the message that he's going to get tested?
Yeah, probably, right? Hey, how about you stop by the office real quick?
Let me holler at you.
Yeah, let me holler at you. Did you guys see the national anthem?
Yeah, man. She said she was going to talk to the lady. She said she got to put herself in rehab. She sucked that bad.
Dude,
Ingrid, me and my lady were talking about it, and we were like, usually, like, if you're singing and you drunk, you sound better. And I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, if you have somewhat of a baseline, you do not sound that bad. I don't even know. Like, do y'all know who she is?
I've never heard of her.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm kind of with you, Devontae. Like, I think someone read, like, she must be drunk, and she was like, that's it. That's the excuse I'm going with. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, obviously, if she was really intoxicated and she go to rehab, it's a sad story. But, dude, it was so bad. It was so bad.
And they sat there through it. Like, we got to, I don't know if it's shame or, like, accountability, but, like, we got to bring one of those back because it's like, you don't hear yourself. But
You get the hook out.
He was drunk, so like
Yeah,
hear
tomatoes.
herself.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Bring back the tomatoes.
Is this worse than the Fergie national anthem from NBA?
Yeah, it's worse.
Because I feel like Fergie was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, she was just trying to do
Fergie's actually kind of slapped, not gonna lie. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just weird.
Know she can't sing for real, but she was playing. She at least had the bass line.
Oh man. Shout out to Paul Skeens, Pittsburgh Pirate. He's the first rookie to ever get to start an all-star game pitching. It's pretty dope. He's been money. Former LSU, dating national sweetheart Olivia Dunn. The guy can't miss, it seems like. Guy's just winning.
Is that the one that goes to LSU, or is that
yeah, the gymnast.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought she was dating somebody else.
There's rumors she was Jay and Joey B, but those are all just rumors.
Classic rumors.
I don't know, man. You would know before us.
I know.
Maybe they kept it at rumors. We don't know.
All right. NFL talk. Let's talk about it because we got a lot of stuff to break down here. Wide receiver drama. We're going to get to Addison, so that's a separate subject here. But Ayuk, Devontae Adams both seem like they went out. Ayuk has actually said, I want out of San Francisco. I think we talked about this a couple months ago. We're like, I think he's on his way out. Like, he doesn't seem happy. It's official. He's came out and said he's not happy. Devontae Adams, if you watch the receiver documentary on Netflix, he's saying, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I keep getting hit and I can't handle this right now. I need to get out. Let's start with those two wide receivers. Do they actually get traded? Where do they go? What's a good spot for these guys?
I saw, I think it was a Instagram thing where they were talking, they always bring up analytics, and I don't know how I feel about sports analytics, but based on analytics, somehow Brandon Ayuk was like a leading receiver. I'm not exactly sure what the analytics were, but it was him, AJ Brown, and somebody else that I couldn't believe, but apparently he did something right. And he had a hell of a season last year. And I think it's one of those situations. So I was talking to somebody else. So we know Dak Prescott got paid, and we know that CeeDee Lamb is in the contract dispute. He wants more money.
Right.
And so it dawned on me, I don't think CeeDee's beef is with Jerry. Is more so hey man, Dak, you probably should give me some of your money because I'm making you look good. It is for sure the same thing for Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy did really well, quote unquote, last year, and Brandon Ayuk went crazy last year to the point where we low-key kind of forgot about Debo because they had him, Jawan Jennings, which I think they brought him back, and they had C-Mac, and even Kittle. He was here and there, but Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, and C-Mac, that's all the offense needed.
Yeah.
So it's if he's asking for more money, you should hear him out. But I don't know. But as far as where he goes, I don't know. They were saying it was between the Commanders and the Steelers, possibly. Now, for Devontae, I don't think he's going anywhere for real. I don't think anybody wants to pay for him because he's getting up there in age. He's my age, 31 or 30 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I thought he settled in with Aiden McConnell, but it's the lesser of two evils because Jimmy G made him, I thought Jimmy G had hope until they broke it down on those clips.
Right.
I'm bro, he's really bad. And then they brought in Aiden McConnell, who nobody really knew unless they followed college football, and he did a little better, but it's not the same as having Derek Carr if he was still there.
Right.
And it's definitely not the same as having Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know where he's going to go. Maybe he's thinking about going to the Jets or something, but I don't know if that's going to fly for real.
Yeah. Yeah. I like those. I like that. Those takes, Devontae. Fitz, what do you think?
Man, I'm just trying to find a landing spot for Devontae. Of course, everyone's going to think the Jets. I think that would be a mistake. It would be cool to play with Aaron again. But again, I think Devontae's I actually think he's at the perfect age to get 3 more solid years at least, and then maybe finish out his career. He maybe retires at age 36 or 37. So he's got maybe 3 solid years left, and then like 3 years of like being the veteran presence, like the super veteran presence. I almost thought the Chargers. I don't know why. I just believe in. I still believe in the Chargers for some reason.
Yeah.
And obviously
hate it.
Keenan Allen is in Chicago, and they need a true number one. I just think Devontae needs to be paired with a real QB, like a top tier QB that they can make each other better. And I almost think like, man, and then that's West Coast. Like Devontae doesn't want to go to New York. I think he'd rather stay on the West Coast. So I think Air Bear Adams would be crazy. I think that'd be a great combination. The Chargers have a defense, so you're going to a team that at least can have a chance if they can put it together on offense. And Adams would be the guy that they would actually, I think they would throw money at because they need just like somebody because they got rid of so many people. So that might be that's my like that should happen take.
Yeah.
I think that's like the best
case
situation.
scenario.
I couldn't think of another one.
You don't want them back home in Green Bay?
No, they're set. Green Bay's moved on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
They made that decision.
Yeah.
And clearly it's like the receivers in Green Bay are dude, I love it. This team, man.
I'd love to see him in Cincinnati just to help us.
I thought of them.
Pace, yeah.
What's funny is I actually did think of them because of Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
It's like, pairing him with like a young quarterback.
But like I'm wishful and I don't see it happening. I think you're right. He wants to stay West Coast. He wants to stay warm. Maybe you sold me. Maybe you flipped me from Devontae's case to yours. The Chargers, it makes a lot of sense. He gets to be wide receiver one. He gets Air Bear with him.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
If I'm Vegas though, I don't think I trade him. I think I stayed on him, and you make him play.
I'd trade him if I'm them. I trade him and try to get draft picks. Like, can you string some draft picks?
Yeah.
Like
what about
the Chargers give up like, a first round, second round.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, I feel like you could definitely do that.
Yeah, you could definitely get some picks for him. I mean, I agree. I just knowing Davis and the Raiders, I just don't see him doing it.
Raiders they need to move on because if they don't get a quarterback, there's no point in hanging on to Adams.
100%. I agree.
That's where I feel like they could fleece somebody for some draft picks, go get their QB, and then like by the time they're up and up, Adams is trending down. So it's like it's not even worth.
Yeah.
It's not even worth hanging on to him at this point.
You're not wrong.
Because the Derek Carr project didn't work out. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is they got him because he's going to make Derek Carr this much better. And somehow it made Derek Carr worse and
made Devontae worse. Yeah.
That
everybody got
didn't
worse.
Work out. I feel like they
Except for Max Crosby.
They need to start over. Clean slate.
Let's talk about another rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams. He finally signs his rookie contract. I can't speak tonight. He finally signs the deal. There's a lot of talks going in to today that he's a diva, that, he this and that. He doesn't have an agent, and so he's just trying to prolong this. He maybe doesn't really want to play for Chicago and that type of stuff. I think we're looking too much into it. I think he just wanted to try to get as much money as he can, and I don't want to call him a diva. I don't think he's quite shown it yet. The painting of the fingernails and crying and that type of stuff. I think that's just who he is. I don't necessarily call him a diva for that. There hasn't been any reports from USC or Oklahoma that he was a diva. So I think we need to just wait. I think, he signed it. Let's see how good he is. Spoiler, I don't think he's that good, but we'll see, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I remember they would talk last time I heard about him. They were talking about he was throwing ducks. So I don't, but they ended up paying him. So maybe he was just playing for the cameras. We don't know like his true skill.
Yeah. I've been on record saying, and I hope I'm wrong, I just don't think he's that good. I think his whole quarterback draft class was not good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's hard to speak about
it is.
Bears. But
especially for you.
I mean, I think things are trending up for Chicago. I'm more afraid of Chicago than I am Minnesota. And I think that's
big old hawk.
I think people are going to realize that, that's, and I think people are already there, but the Bears are trending way up, and I think the Vikings are just going to be garbage. I think they've really sent away Kirk, and Jefferson's probably going to have his lowest production year, and I want to talk about QBs that suck. JJ McCarthy's trash. He's terrible.
Nah.
There's reports that he's been putting work.
He can't even throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, that was bad. That was
whatever that was. But no, I don't know. Williams, it's sad because there's a stat floating out there that out of 32 teams, there's only one team that's never had a quarterback to throw for 30 touchdowns. It's the Bears.
Really?
That's actually kind of crazy.
That is crazy. That's crazy as shit. All right, let's talk about him. Jordan Addison, is he cooked? This is coming after a Vikings player is killed by a drunk driver. I think it's 5 days later, he gets arrested for DWI. He didn't seem sorry. He didn't seem apologetic. In this age, and I feel like we talk about this every year. At this age, in this point of life that we're in, there's no excuse for a DUI. There's no excuse for a DWI. There's Uber. There's taxis. There's everything right at your fingertips. You're a life. You shouldn't be doing this, much less you're an NFL player, role model, millionaire, have a lot to lose. This is the dumbass of the week, maybe dumbass of the offseason right now.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Didn't last year they lost was it Cam Dantzler?
Yes.
Cam Dantzler last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know if this is a curse or lack of accountability or what, but Jordan Addison was there. That's when he first got there. So he saw that and sees this again, and he's still doing it. What the hell is going on? Fitz, speak on it. What's going on in Minnesota, bro?
And Kyrie Jackson just died July 6th.
What's going on in the water? You're not making the best.
I don't know. Well, the DUI was in LA, so
never mind.
It was in Minnesota. Although Minnesota is known for a lot of drunk driving.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of scary.
It's pretty bad. That's what people do out here.
Get drunk and drive?
Well, there's a lot of bars, and I think people don't do Ubers. I feel like Uber's not super common out in these parts. Because it's lowly, small town Midwest. But I mean, Minneapolis is different. That's a whole different ball game. But I do think the culture here that's what I'm figuring out at least.
Yeah.
There's
there's no excuse.
There's no excuse because it's also reckless driving. He was speeding and stuff. So that's where it's nuts.
It's so much easier to drink at home. Or drink at somebody else's house that you trust.
I just try to do there's a part of it I just wonder this, could be wrong, but being an athlete or a celebrity, do you want to Uber places? Is that something you want to do, or do you kind of just want to? I'm not not making an excuse for it. You could probably find another way to do it, but I just wonder if that's the internal battle of I could get an Uber, but I'm just trying to not.
Yeah, and I think there's been plenty of NFL players that what do you tell an Uber driver? What do you do for work? You're I'm a plumber, or I'm a this or that, and you kind of lie.
Just obviously some guys, the spotlight.
Yeah, they have more of a public face, but shit, if you're worth $1 million, you can hire a driver. A driving company. There's plenty of, especially out in LA.
Also, who the hell is going to recognize Jordan Addison?
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't.
It depends. I don't know.
Are you Nelson Aguilar?
Oh, Jesus.
I just mistake him as another shitty receiver. It's not I'm just saying
yeah.
It's not
but he went to USC. I would think he has somebody's number, a manager or a former player that graduated and still stayed in LA. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows everybody in LA. Bro, it's so many. Actually, it's probably like Surge, but like somebody in LA had to have a car or something.
Oh yeah, man.
He wasn't thinking like, who the hell was he with? Like, how did they get home?
Dude.
TJ Hawkinson.
Ain't trust nobody.
Yeah, could call up TJ dealing with his knee injury. All right.
No idea.
Any other NFL news before we jump to USA basketball real quick? Anything we missed?
I just realized I don't know where the hell a lot of players ended up. Like, I was like, where the hell is Austin Eckler right now?
Commanders.
Is he
the
just
Commanders.
unsigned? Oh, he's on the Commanders. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Tiki
See,
Barber,
this is why I need a fantasy draft. I don't know where anybody, like, I've
Yeah.
completely forgot who's on what team.
Tiki Barber was airing them out, talking about basically questioning his move from the Chargers to the Commanders. Tiki Barber has been on a lot of running back shit lists for the past couple of months. I don't know what type of rampage is going on, but some of the guys are not happy with him.
I think it's another, like, you want to stay in the spotlight. No one maybe this generation doesn't know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, oh, let me speak on some of these current guys. I'm not, maybe, obviously we know who Tiki is. We grew up with
He
him.
do,
Tiki.
but
Right.
I promise you, when you go back to school and like you ask them who was number 21, and if you're lucky, somebody might say, wait, he was number 21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lucky, they might say Landon Collins, but
Oh, no.
not gonna-
Landon Collins. Like, I'm like, who the fuck is Landon Collins? I can't tell you one highlight, you know?
I think it's just brutal. The Giants won the Super Bowl the year after he left.
Yeah, that
They
is.
replaced him. They
heartbreaking.
replaced him with the committee of Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw,
Bradshaw, yeah.
and they won it. And so I feel like Tiki Bar is like, who's Tiki? I feel like he got lost in the pages.
Maybe
like,
this is way
because of that.
coming back. Yeah, I like that. All right, USA basketball. Devontae, I'll let you kind of take this. Ant-Man standing by his ground, though.
Yeah, I think the last game I watched, I think it was like an exhibition game against Canada, and everybody else. It was it's crazy to see because I remember the past few USA basketball games, bro. Like you couldn't even tell people you were from America because they were bad. But like this year, it seems like a little bit more connected. You know, you got Steph Curry passing alley-oops to LeBron, and you're like, whoa, we might make it. Apparently, the last game they played, it was like a little bit of a scare, but they were able to pull it out. But I think in that same game, it was either the first quarter or the first half, Ant had 12 points and was like 100% from the field.
Yeah.
So it was like and if you ever see like some of the clips, you'll notice like even as vocal as he is with the Timberwolves, is the same thing. And it's got like LeBron is 40, and usually we're used to, and if we go back, you kind of remember LeBron used to be the vocal guy like in everybody's ear on each side, but Ant kind of picked up the torch with that. So I don't know. I think they got a good squad. I think they can take it all the way. I'm gonna be honest. The only team I'm kind of afraid of is France, and like is only because of defense. Like they have all those lanky jokers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to shoot over them for real. So they might be stronger than them, but we got Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, Bilal Coulibaly, who plays for the Wizards, who they drafted him because he was so lanky in defense, defensive stalwart. So we'll see. But I've been more tuned in this year than I have been in other years. So hopefully they can bring back the goal.
Bring it back. Yeah, I like that. Fitz, you've been paying attention to any international basketball or summer league?
No, but I did see again, there was that scare against Australia, and I remember seeing it. So USA was up 16 at the half.
Mm.
So it's one of those, it's weird. Like maybe the score, they were up 15 at the end of the third, and they only won by 6.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It was weird that I remember seeing like, yeah, Anthony Edwards came out the gates hot, and maybe they were more in control than it appears. Maybe it's a good thing. makes them look like they're not as strong as they really are.
Yeah, I agree.
Australia's also got a decent squad. Patty Mills is old as dirt, but he's still there.
Delhi.
You had Giddy. They had a few other. They've got. I think their whole starting lineup might be NBA guys. I can't remember.
I think you're right.
The center from Houston, can't remember his name. But yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. I'm trying to remember. I guess the last summer games was that Rio. Was that our last summer games?
I think so.
Which just seems so long ago.
Forever.
It is long ago. It's almost like there was a college football game released only 2 years prior to that. That's how long it's been.
Yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see US and just the global. I feel like the global stage was high back in 2016, but now it is just, and I think that's what I'm most excited for. Is just like the whole. I'm losing my train of thought now. I feel like that's not right. I feel like that's not right at all. I feel like we had another games in between then. I'm having a brain fart. I forget how Olympics works now. I'm lost. Totally lost. No, it's every 2 years. So there was one. It's because of freaking COVID year.
It's every 4 years.
There was Tokyo.
COVID.
We had Tokyo.
Oh,
remember?
shit. Yeah, that's right.
Fuck. I was like, I know. I was like, I feel like there was basketball. Okay.
Bro, how y'all remember this stuff?
Yeah, Tokyo 2020.
Tokyo games.
But it was pushed to 2021. Yep.
Okay. That's why I was so thrown off.
That's right.
I was like, why do I feel like I haven't seen basketball?
Yeah. Good call.
But anyway, I'm excited. Global game.
Pub parlay time. Let's make some money.
You missed last time.
Devontae, you went against you picked your Seattle Mariners.
I picked the wrong day.
Yeah. That's what we'll say. We'll chop it up for that. No, I'm just kidding. So whatever day you guys want, we'll do it. This as we talked about, this is a short all-star break. So we can pick baseball, we can pick WNBA. That's another weird schedule.
Yeah, what the heck? What can we pick besides those two? Are those our only two options?
You got Summer League.
You got Summer League. If you
League.
Ballsy,
Women and men's tennis, if you into that.
Yeah.
I
think MLS kicked back. I think you get that a little Saki action if you wanted to.
I just have to do baseball.
Yeah.
What day you guys want?
Friday.
All right, Friday.
Friday. Give me the Mariners over the Astros.
Mariners over the Astros. All right.
Friday. I'm gonna do I'll do the Hawks over the Bulls on Friday. Summer League.
You're a ballsy man, Devontae. I like it.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Risa Shea gonna get it together.
All right, Hawks over Bulls money line, Mariners money line. I'm gonna go Saturday, but it's already in DraftKings or FanDuel. You can go ahead and put in your parlay. FC Cincinnati to beat the Red Bulls New York in MLS action. Been watching them. They lead the league. Cincinnati feels like they're on. Yes, it's a home team. You probably shouldn't bet your home team, but I'm feeling it. This is it. All right. Random question. Anybody got one?
I think I did last time. What you got, Fitz?
I'm thinking. It's July. We got Olympics on the horizon. But it doesn't need to be sports related. In fact, it's better if it's not sports related.
Just think more.
I got nothing.
This guy hasn't been on for a month. Got nothing.
I got nothing.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
You get a chance to rebuild any school you want. CF25. You can't pick the school you went to. So App State's off the board, NC State's off the board. You can't pick a 5-star program. Who you choosing to rebuild?
Coordination,
Nebraska. Stand up.
They might be.
Yeah,
They might be my squad. I hadn't thought about that until John Johnson.
Yeah.
I thought about. I mean, Golden. I've thought about this too. It's like which team I want to like. Golden Gophers could be interesting.
Yeah, keep
but
running.
I don't know. Like U of M just hasn't. They haven't really done it for me. I like their mascot. It just as a college. It's I don't know. It's just. It's like it's the same thing as Wisconsin and Michigan. And I know people would but it's the same. It's the same fucking school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep thinking. I'm gonna keep chewing on. I want like a really small school, like my ODU. Like who's gonna be my Old Dominion school? Because Nebraska would be fun. I don't know if that matches the same energy as that Old Dominion was. Yeah. So I'm still thinking.
So as far as a big school, I'm going UMD, University of Maryland, because growing up they were fairly underrated and like they used to be a powerhouse. So I want to bring that feel back. There was a time like I was a fan of Maryland too. I think Steve Francis had something to do with it.
Steve Francis, that's the name.
And what's brother's name? Gravis. Was it Gravis? Yeah, Gravis Vasquez. And so like with football, they was like when they were good at basketball, they were good at football too. But if I had to go smaller, for some reason, I think I was thinking of San Jose State.
Ooh.
Just because the blue and yellow. But I was just thinking, like, the smaller out west schools, like, Dago State, San Jose State, out in the Bay, we forget about them and, like, some of the players they bring. So I'm going to go San Jose State.
I like that. That's a good one. If I got to go a big one, a team that hasn't got it done, I like their uniforms. I'm going to go Ole Miss. SEC.
Are they not a power?
I don't think they're a power. But my small school, because of their story of getting football canceled, bringing it back to life, UAB, the Dragons. That'd be my small school. Revamp them.
You're trying to save them for real.
That's right. Get them out the mud.
I'm torn between Wyoming and Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. That's a good one.
Hawaii.
That's
Hawaii.
I like that.
I think that could be a good one. But again, mine's one of those, especially with Road to Glory. It's whoever's going to give me the starting position.
Yeah.
Because YOLO Swagtron does what he wants. And he doesn't care about the haters. If Bama ain't starting me, I ain't going to Bama.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go where I get the ball. I'm going to call for ball every time.
I love it.
And we're going to turn Hawaii. If Hawaii gives me the bid, I'm taking it.
Man. Yeah, it's not fun on riding the bench, let me tell you. 8 weeks, it's not fun.
Nebraska would be fun. I will say. Now, like, it'd be cool to just clean up the Big Ten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I don't mind it.
And it's been a minute for Nebraska.
Yeah. That's why I was saying Ole Miss. They've never been there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll catch you guys next week for 209. See you then.
All right. See you guys.
Tryna hide from the camera. I ain't going outside today. Couldn't find our tech. So I'm drinking on egg today. I'ma pull up in style. We gon' do a drive-by in the rain. I'ma take it to trial. Pray the Lord I beat the case. That man be calling, I don't do no talk. So get the fuck out of my face. Gotta take in a chopper with $100,000. blessed from God, I ain't put it on yet. I don't care about no, I ain't giving a shit.
over
Spit it all
under,
on my
how many games I
homies.
watched?
I could put on myself from my car to my house, everything I own it. When it comes to that money, you know I ain't stunting, I be on it. I just got a pet monkey, cast out on a tiger, but really don't want it. My son don't like it. He say that we beefing, you know I won't fight him. My clip full of thunder, you know that I strike. Wanna join NBA, go catch you a body. Free Kevin Gates is made for hire. Double G gang on the front of my title. I rid of my Glock and I bought me a rifle.
Yeah, I'll set the over under at 10.5 games that you watch this year.
I think it's 11 and a half.
11.5.
And I'll tell you,
All right.
what constitutes as watching a game? That's the other question.
I'd say you're a quarter in.
Like the end of the quarter? I mean, like, because I will say, I think watching the end of a game counts. Like if I watch the last 5 minutes of a game, I think.
I don't think that counts. I think I'll give you last 8 minutes of a game.
Okay.
You guys see how it develops, you know?
It's gonna be like none at that point.
Fitz, we're gonna fly you down here. We're just gonna spend Saturdays together every Saturday.
I'm gonna keep track this year because it is interesting. Like I didn't watch much college.
We're gonna set up the garage.
Yeah,
at
look at the
table.
scores or something.
I will keep track. I literally checked on the podcast